Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. This is the second video in my CCJ character introduction series. Today we're looking at Akua Chinon, the Lady of Blood. She is CCJ's resident vampire character. In human mode, she's kind of a snooty regal type, and in her Oni/vampire mode, she just goes off the rails. She's my favorite character at the moment in terms of gameplay and design. Some profile info from the website about her reads: Chinon is a blue-haired high school girl who comes from a family of vampires. Living with the hatred of her own cursed blood, she dreams of becoming human someday. She was lured to the games under the premise of being granted humanity if she wins. Her best subject at school is English. Her clubs and positions are head of the ballet club, member of the astronomy club, and member of the tea club. Favorite food and drink is listed as black tea and candied violets. She doesn't like miso soup, and her hobby is gardening. Her reason for joining, as mentioned before, is to cleanse her vampire blood so she can finish her life as a normal human being. As for her Oni mode, she obviously has a vampire motif, but also like a weird nun style too. Design-wise, she's a mix of two characters from Bomber Girl in both name and design. There was a character named Akua previously who was blue, obviously, and there was another character who had kind of a nun design in Bomber Girl, and she takes after both of them. I don't know, I thought it was funny you have this wild-ass blue vampire nun, and her hobby is listed as praying to God. So Chinon is our official Bible study buddy here. Alright, so let's jump into our first match today. I actually recorded both of these back to back. No spoilers, but these went pretty good. I was really surprised with how quickly these got wrapped up. These matches both take place on the Osaka stage. It's really colorful and it's totally different from what I've shown previously. I honestly prefer it to the Ura Shibuya stage. I think this stage is more swingy and making comebacks feels actually possible here. There's a big river running through the middle that changes your movement. If you're running with the current, you go really fast. If you're running against the current, it works against you and you run slower. Overall, I think it's way more interesting than the standard Shibuya stage. A little chase gets started off here in this kind of maze zone. I have been getting into the habit of every time I go through a shutter, I just slam it. So I slam a few shutters back here just to make some distance between myself and the other player. I skip across the pond, get walls I don't need, and then I get hit in the dome. Chinon's Oni ability gives her an insanely fast dash that you can kind of control, but when you're in this mode you can't jump or slide, so on areas with raised platforms, like this small weird takoyaki area, it's not great, which is exactly what happened here. Kinda waste the ability, but I end up slapping him in the end. The enemy Chinon is coming for my cheeks here. I managed to find a jump pad that will get me into the generator zone at the last moment, and I just barely dodged their special ability here. I end up touching the generator for a little bit before getting hit in the face. I help push the generator gauge to 100% and I start making my way towards the exit. Do a quick dodge from the enemy Akagiko's special ability. I kind of juke my way in and I manage to find the exit and get us the win there. This is one of the fastest matches I think I've played in CCJ so far. I was really surprised with how quick this wrapped up. I think the Osaka stage in general makes for quicker games. On to our second match. I'm going to be doing another mix of kind of gameplay commentary and then general commentary for both Chinon and CCJ as a whole on my thoughts so far. We're on the Osaka stage again. At the start here, I managed to get a nice tag on the Pine player, kind of get lost afterwards, but my allies wrap it up for me. I think that's something I need to get better at personally, is getting the first tag is not too hard, but finding out what to do after that and pinning a character down is really important. I'm not sure what the stage rotation is. I don't know if it's tied to days or hours of the day or how it works, but I'm always happy to end up on the Osaka stage. It just looks so goofy. There's little crabs in the water. There's like a takoyaki area. There's shogi pieces everywhere. There's kind of like a Matsuri theme to the corners with the rainbow generators. It's just, I think, a better stage than the standard Shibuya one. So for this video, I changed up a third time the way I record these videos. The first video I made, it was by my neck. I had the GoPro attached to one of the standard attachments around your neck. The second one, I had it on my hat, like the brim of my hat. I managed to stick one of the attachments on there. And this time, I kind of made my own headband thing. That's the most comfortable, and I think it has the best angle on there. So with this angle, you'll probably notice sometimes I'm touching the screen in the lower right. Since the screen is touchscreen, you're able to kind of use these call-outs to just say thank you or sorry or let's go, kind of encourage your teammates or have little small back and forth communication with them. So I try and always say sorry when I get got, or say okay, no problem whenever someone else says sorry. I don't know, it's kind of a weird, not too important system of communications. I think Bomber Girl probably has a better way of doing that, and it's more valuable information. Here, this rotating area with all the lanterns is probably my favorite zone in all of the CCJ maps I've played so far. It has that rainbow generator that pushes the percentage really quickly. I think it's easy to get away from enemies in here. You have both ledges and then the areas where you have to duck, and then the area is right next to the river. So if you manage to get away, you can really make your way to the other side of the map if you're going downriver. Here, one of the Miyomi players stuns me for like an hour. You can probably hear me mashing the buttons, because I don't know if stun is affected like in fighting games, where if you move the stick a bunch or press buttons, it goes away quicker. I have a feeling it doesn't, because this was so long. Then another Miyomi player just falls out of the sky and lands on my axe, which is cool to get the kill and move on. Here, I managed to make a kinda decent escape from Miyomi player 1. I used the smoke, kinda get stuck on the ledge here. Then Miyomi player 2 shows up. I kinda blocked him with the wall, but I can't get away from two of these dudes at once, man. Please let me live for 2 minutes. I spot one of the enemy players downriver. I make my way over. And I use Chinon's dash ability, which for some reason, I guess I hit this ledge at the right angle. I catch air like it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or some shit, and death from above just dunk on this dude. We're at 100%. I finally kind of worm my way over to the other side, and I see an opening. I am basically inside the gate. I'm pretty sure my hitbox is in that shit, but I guess I get hit at the last minute, and I don't get the win here. I use Chinon's dash ability to just make a straight line at this Pine player. I kind of chase them around for a little bit. They use a smoke bomb really well. I made the right read and assumed that they were going to continue going in that area. I get the tag on them, and we wrap up this Oni mode really quickly. Sitting at 100% on Oni mode is the worst thing in the world. You want to get back to human mode so quickly and stop them from getting percentages, because if they get up to 100%, then it's a toss-up. I'm out here in the river doing a little tango with the Miyomi player. There's 3 of these dudes waiting for me at the exit gate. I have no idea how I'm even going to start to make my way over there. And while I'm kind of going back and forth, I guess a Pine player, I have no idea from where, manages to touch the exit and seal the win for us, so big thank you to that guy. I don't know how he did it, but excellent. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks so much for staying to the end. I really appreciate it. I hope you had fun watching this. I had a lot of fun making it. Chinon is my favorite character so far, but I think next I'm going to do a video on Pine. I have some footage of her already, so I should be able to get it wrapped up pretty quickly. But I think that's it today, fellas. I'll catch you next time. Stay safe.